May 27, 1967, Indigenous Constitutional Recognition. On the May 27, 1967, Australians overwhelmingly voted to include Indigenous in the Constitution. The referendum proposed two key changes in the Australian Constitution. It removed discriminatory references to Indigenous Australians, such as provisions excluding them from being counted in the census, and granted the federal government the power to make laws specifically for Indigenous people. These changes aimed to address racial inequality and allowed for targeted legislation to improve Indigenous welfare and rights. Led by advocates like Faith Bandler and Jessie Street, the 1967 referendum achieved an overwhelming mandate, with over 90% of Australians voting yes. This was the equal highest yes vote percentage for any referendum. International pressure and the global trend towards recognizing human rights and racial equality contributed to the momentum for change, aligning Australia with broader global standards of justice and equality. On this historic day, Australians voted for inclusivity and equality, transcending racial barriers. The resounding support reflected a collective commitment to justice and unity. It paved the way for advancements in Indigenous rights and fostered a more harmonious, inclusive nation, with all citizens having equal standing before the law. We celebrate the 1967 Indigenous Constitutional Recognition Referendum as a key event in our unique Australian story. At the Federation Coffee Company, we acknowledge all the key events that helped shape Australia into one of the world's greatest nations. Join us over a coffee as we celebrate the Australian story.